And I think the coin flip ended up on Scuttle.
Yeah, he kept it on
Yep.
Scuttled at the end. And the thing is like the Scuttle is better in almost all stages of the game. It also just gives your hero way more gank potential. And when your team is like smoking and trying to make plays, and you can just pop Vendetta and have the Scuttle bonus, it makes it so much easier for your team to find the openings. So I will just say, in general, I think this facet is far superior. And even against Medusas, we're seeing people still opt for this. Wow, that is an unlucky high ground miss there. That would have been an easy first little bit of gold into the hands of Copy.
Winning immediately. The funny thing would
Late
be
smoke.
to send the Satyr top versus Medusa. Just burn her mana. We always talk about this though, but it almost
They
never
never do
happens.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
they
always
just
just
keep it
keep
in
your
lane.
Satyr in your lane for the help your Monkey King have a good start. But it's the idea. It's the thrill of theory crafting.
I do like the thrill of theory crafting.
Who doesn't? I saw a lot of lines drawn, but it doesn't seem like much is happening.
The battle begins.
Looks like it's just a safe 2 for 2. Both teams didn't really see what they wanted to see to take the risk for a more aggressive play. And Gunnar actually he recognizes how tough this lane is going to be. He's already started with axes because he knows he can't use the boar. And he actually just waited by the creep spawn to immediately body block, get that range creep going forward to get the lane to stay, to push out towards him as quickly as possible. Skem will try to maybe counter body block. Never mind, he's just going to do a bit of harass here. Mid, how do you feel? I mean, ranged typically has an advantage versus melee, especially Invoker is going to pick up a lot of damage.
This is kind of why I was... Oh, wait a minute. Bottom lane. It is just Beastmaster Tusk. Okay, they just do a ton of damage into these guys. Now, it's going to cost them. That was most of their health as well. But top lane. Uh-oh. That is first blood for Yuma instead. All right. A lot of fighting in the side lanes already.
Was I talking about Medusa being a slow-paced hero? I actually meant an early game fighter.
Yeah, of course. Yes, yes, yes.
Rare, but I guess
she went Venomous Volley, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so
I guess that helped get that kill.
Yeah, huge, huge, innate facet. That's what it's called in terms of being able to find an early kill, because it doesn't like level up with anything. It just is the same for the whole game. 35%, 1.5 seconds slow. If you have the volley up, it can very easily help you secure kills, and they're trying to close the gap here onto Hellscream.
Body block for the Venomous Volley.
There it is. I'm telling it's not a insignificant slow. If Nyx was a slower base move speed hero, that's probably a kill.
Good thing Nyx is zooming with his windlace.
Mid lane, Invoker's starting to do a little bit better. The first couple waves are probably okay for Earthspear just because he does have about the same damage and he has a much better attack animation, right? But Invoker, the highest damage scaling hero in Dota, 5.9 damage per level, towering over the rest with his massive brain. And because of that, being universal, very easy for him to build a CS advantage as the lane continues to go. One of the reasons he's popped back up as one of the best mid laners in Dota.
Ooh, Skem found a heartbeat creep in the bottom lane. That is going to help out a lot. There's so much early game damage.
Yeah, they need to kill that.
I don't know if you can easily. Like, you're going to have to commit hard on it, and that's scary. You're going to focus a creep while Monkey King's hitting you. As long as Skem positions safely, it's really not easy to deal with. They kind of just won the lane.
They do have sticks and a wand. Actually, Fly's dead. Ooh, from downtown, the last attack there from the Enigma connects. I was gonna say they do have sticks in the lane, which is helpful for sure. So at least like they're getting something back on each of those chain lightnings. But yeah, they're gonna have to commit like tag team and try and kill that thing. The problem is, you know, the good old Monkey King that's standing in their way. I gotta
I think
ask.
Skem would use Divine Favor on it to keep it alive.
Yeah. Have you gotten used to Tomato's rename of Yamato?
I can't tell. I can never tell if there is going to be permanent or not. People change their in-game names all the time, and sometimes it goes into like the pro scene for a little bit, but then it doesn't. Like Mangekyo is Mangekyo, and then in this he's Amaterasu. You know, it's like, who are these people? So I got no idea. I'm not used to it.
Also,
And until it stays for several tournaments, I will not be used to it.
I'm also curious if it's a StarCraft reference to Yamato, or if it's a Deadlock reference to Yamato. So, who knows? I'm sure it's probably the StarCraft one, though.
But maybe the Deadlock character is actually named after the StarCraft
So they're both a
Yamato
reference?
canon.
That'd be cool.
Which is
Phoenix
named
goes
after
down
the mountain.
again in the top lane, and Yuma, taking a ton of damage from these Eidolons, loses his courier in the process. A very nice win here in the top lane for Shopify. Someone's coming through the portal. That's a Chen. He's going to mana burn Yuma, 100%. Oh, he just takes a D-ward. All right.
He would have mana burned. Might still try.
Dire's top tower
Just to mess with Yuma a little bit.
Well, goodbye. Like 20%
It's
of your HP.
quite a lot of mana, actually.
Yeah, that's a big one. Now, Fly is here in TP's Lelis as well. Yuma is just dying so
Lotus.
fast behind the
He
tower.
doesn't have
They
anything
do have
else.
The Lotus. They're trying to get Skem. But yeah, he just beats him down. They just don't respect the damage from this Chen and these creeps. But in comes Yopaj as well. The level 5 of the Earth Spirit will take down both of the supports as a very good aggressive move from Shopify to the top lane.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Dude,
Very nice
Eidolons
movement.
with the Chen,
Dire's structures
It's a lot.
are fortified.
It's a lot,
lot
of
of
damage.
damage.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Now, Copy did pick up some extra CS and denies in the mid lane, which is very nice for the hero, thanks to the innate. And, you know, maybe I would say space to Beastmaster, except I saw Monkey King chasing behind the tower, so I don't actually know how much space bottom got. So overall, Shopify can be pretty happy with the kills they get. Medusa's not farming too badly either, though. And Eidolons are worth a decent chunk. She might die again, though, which is not going to feel very good.
If he hits Malefice here, he's dead. Well, he's going to hit the Malefice. It wasn't that hard.
He's dead.
They just walked right on by. Hell's Scream yoinks the kill. One of the benefits of having a Monkey King who can rotate to the side lanes very easily. And that is giving Gunnar some room to breathe here on the Beastmasters. He has not been having a great game.
I'm wondering when Copy wants to move around. Invoker's not the greatest compared to like Earth Spirit, but he's not bad. And he
Yeah,
might
he
need,
just wants to
might need to
farm.
help his team. That's the thing is like, yeah, he does kind of want to with his innate, but I don't know. Like the side lanes are starting to fall apart. You know, you kind of need some help. Wisdom Room just gets stolen too.
Gosh, that is really bad for Atlantic City. I almost said nouns, but yeah, that's brutal.
He's out. Yeah, it's not easy. In the meantime, top Fly falling again on the Phoenix. Look how many summons are up here.
Yeah, this game
There's
is
no
falling apart
actual
really
creeps. That was
fast.
just
Under attack.
6 blue units.
The roar out in the bottom lane, plus the tag team trying to find the kill, but in comes the Magnetized Impale. A really sick bait. Gunner's gonna go down as well. All right, Shopify have Atlantic City's number. They are completely outplaying them around the map right now.
Well, that's my question. Invoker's last hitting really well, but How can he help his team back? It's gonna start maybe on a fight on Yopaj, but actually there's a lot of heroes here. I think
There's
Copy's
just so
actually
many
just next on the chopping block.
Yeah, Shopify just keeps bringing the numbers. It's the supports, man. Skem and Hellscream are everywhere. And now Fly, I mean, he stole the amplify damage, but he's gonna die as well. Yopaj on a killing spree, 3-0 and 4. They have a 5,000 gold advantage here, just 8.5 minutes into the game, and Gunner's entire stack that he needs to come back into this game is about to be taken.
And Scuttle is gonna find Gunner too. A little mistimed with the Carapace, but it doesn't look like it's gonna matter. They're gonna finish up the kill, and they don't have the greatest stack stealing heroes, but I think they can do it. It just might be a little slow. Maybe you can get a rotation in here. Lelis is watching. I think Lelis might be dying, actually. Roll doesn't
level
connect.
3, dude. He is level 3.
Oh, Chen is 6. There's a black hole
that
in
is
the back
a
on
solo
Copy.
black hole in the backside. Yep, gonna catch Copy. He does have the tornado. It's gonna connect, but Yopaj just rolls on by. Yuma TP'd in for this. I don't want to say we're gonna see a GG soon, but we actually might. That is Yuma going down in just a few moments here. Trying to make his way under the tower. Will survive. Roar out. They get the Enigma. They've got to get something more out of this.
Stack is still here this whole time.
They're trying to protect it.
Okay, Gunner's gonna get Mo's, but I mean, a lot of it got absorbed by the enemy team, which ideally that would have been a solo Beastmaster clearing out that entire stack, getting levels and gold. Working towards that Aghanim, since the Helm of the Overlord build does not work against a Chen. I'm feeling pretty good about my analysis that Medusa is too slow of a carry, but I don't know what carry would have been better. So
I feel like the problem is the Earth Spirit. Like, you just couldn't allow an Earth Spirit in this game. I think if they had like Pango would have been far more manageable. Because, like, the mana burn and stuff from the Invoker prevents him from really rotating much. But Earth Spirit, he just needs, like... He could just roll. Like, he doesn't have to have, like, Rolling Thunder up to make a play. Like, he just rolls in and can get a ton of damage out with just level 4 kick.
Radiant are scanning.
that's fair. Pango could have made similar rotations, but maybe not as many.
Yeah,
rotations.
it wouldn't have been nearly as often. Like
Yeah,
the
but
top
maybe they
lane
were
that
more
powers dives, like he did it like 2 or 3 times. I don't think that happens more than like once.
Yeah, but maybe they were picking their poison. Maybe thinking the Diffusal Pango would have been too scary for the mid to late game was their thoughts. But maybe I'm gonna reconsider that after this game. All right, is there a way to pull this back? You have 2 very underleveled supports. I think getting them 6 is probably the first objective. They're looking for something with the Invoker, but this is the downside of this Invoker build, is you're not nearly as good of a playmaker as the old Quas Wex, which is like Urn, Orchid type builds. This right-click Invoker brings a lot of damage, but not as good setup, especially when you're behind like this. They are looking for the Monkey King. If they can find him, they can kill him with these 3 heroes. You know, oh, they did see him jump, actually.
They got him. Tornado, EMP, Cold Snap, the Gorgon's Grasp connects as well, and they should be able to finish off this kill. He's going to be able to put a Boundless Strike the other way, but Copy cleans it up. Fly is going to die on the bottom side of the map. I will say that is definitely a sign of life for the side of Atlantic City, but they have a massive uphill battle at this point. One thing that we forgot to mention is the next counter into the Phoenix. The fact that you can always spike Carapace a Phoenix thanks to Dying Light's facet.
Dire's middle tower is under
I think I mentioned that.
Oh, did you? Okay, my
We
bad.
did. I think we got it. We're covering
Did
it.
we? Okay.
We got this. It is good.
Lelis' health bar getting deleted by a billion creeps.
The thing is, they didn't even use that though. The Carapace. I mean, now they're going to use it, but in the laning stage, they got several kills on Fly even without that.
Yeah.
Which kind of brings me back to this Earth Spirit versus Pango. I feel like before the rotations even started, the side lanes were losing. And then there was like a close fight that the Earth Spirit then finished up, but it was already a little bit on the back foot. And part of that is the Beastmaster being countered. I think the Chen, the Monkey King, good picks. Oh, they find the Invoker.
Oh, what a kickback. They find Invoker. Copy thought he was safe in his own triangle, but he's not going to be able to get out of this one. Deafening Blast. Going to connect onto some creeps. But Tornado, last second. The kick was enough. 20 HP. The roll in from Yopaj. It's only a matter of time, surely, that he finishes the job.
He's praying,
Sentry
please don't have a
down,
sentry
kick.
here. No way,
Yeah,
they missed
dust.
the kick. Okay.
The dust barely connected from Skem.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I think dust. The radius should shrink a little. It's a little too good.
Absolutely. The radius should be like, it should have the initial like burst radius, and then the lingering radius needs to shrink over time. Is how it should work. It should like shrink
I'd be
back
down for
down
that.
to the center, because the fact that it just blankets 1,000 AOE for like 12 seconds or something is insane.
Maybe it should pulse like Will-O-Wisp.
That'd be cool.
All right, I don't think I've seen Atlantic City leave their half of the map for the last, I don't know, 7 minutes. That is not going to feel great.
Dire's
Medusa is pretty farmed, but she has a Manta, you know, and you're still not really going to join these fights until you finish the next item, which she's a butterfly away from butterfly. That's a long time to be waiting.
are scanning.
It really is. Dust out from Fly. Who do they find up onto the high ground? The roll's going to come in. It's going to be the Tusk. They've also got Gunner. He just gets deleted by the Nyx Assassin. And the... I'm sorry,
That was a peepo wide roll. That was kind of far.
That roll 100% did not connect, but that is Dota. So they get Gunner as well.
Yo, Yopaj's playing so fast. He's immediately TP top. He's got the Arcane Rune, so he has more stones and spells than he usually would. But it is actually scouted by this lane ward that Atlantic City has from earlier. They're trying to make a play bottom since they know Earth Spirit TP top, but he's actually already gone through the Twin Gate. You better not chase too far. Otherwise, he's still got Magnetize. He's ready to fight. All right, they realize that as well. They've already stopped.
So they have been making space for Yuma to farm, but the cost is just every other hero constantly dying. They have 21 kills in 16 minutes here, and they don't really seem like they're going to slow down on the side of Shopify. The question is now, can you stall this out? Can you prevent them from going to your high ground?
Yeah, which Shopify does not have the best high ground hitters. And you have like Egg and Medusa. That's pretty good at defending high ground.
Speaking of Medusa, she is in trouble. Kick back will send her into the hands of the enemy team, and Invis Rune does come out, but there's going to be the Magnetize. Gets it onto 2. She is at least relatively safe under the tower. As Fly just jumps up onto the high ground, he gets the egg off right in time. There's going to be the Tornado, and that's going to prevent them from escaping, at least for the moment. But they're just too tanky. They're just lacking so much damage on the side of Atlantic City. So that is Stone Gaze and the egg. But you do manage to keep the Medusa alive.
It was also Black Hole instantly canceled by, I'm not sure if it was Tornado or Cold Snap, but
it was he just egged is what it was. Like he tried to get the
oh, and he just canceled himself.
Yeah, he tried to get it before
okay.
the egg and it didn't connect, so he just instantly canceled. Nice Wukong's command there to make some space. It's gonna push Atlantic City away. So he did almost find the Earth Spirit. Monkey King did go the farming build, so he's got a Battle Fury, which I actually like quite a bit here. And he'll go back for the Diffusal.
It's still a really good Diffusal game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ooh, Chen has passed Invoker, and he's making his way up to that Beastmaster.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is
That's the
under
reason none of these heroes are dying when they try to make these plays, right? This Chen has got so much value out of these items. A Pavis, I think he has the mech as well. Oh, Phoenix gets con from Hellscream again. Yeah, mech level 1 ult, about to be level 2 ult though. And Yuma bottom lane, Yopaj is gonna find him. He's forced to Stone Gaze again and make his way back into the base.
I think Earth Spirit should be immune to Stone Gaze. As should Tiny.
Like Tiny.
Dire's bottom
Yeah.
tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
We should have an April Fool's patch where it's just a lore-based balancing.
I mean, I'd be for that, but we can't even get facet updates at this point, so I don't think that one's happening. Half the heroes in the game still can't be played because their facets are bad.
Can someone make a custom game?
Yeah, can we get a custom game mode, guys?
Monkey King on the hunt. Newly finished defusal. Should let him get a solo. Oh, does he find Gunner in time? Not quite.
Heads up TP there from Gunner.
Dire are scanning.
We are inching our way to that butterfly on Medusa.
Roll out.
That was scary.
not
That's
connect.
the kind of roll that hit that Beastmaster
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah, I was gonna say that if it was the Beastmaster, it would have somehow hit. I don't know.
Attack.
Beastmaster's
was
bulkier
absolutely
than Medusa. She's a skinny snake lady, you know, she just dodged the roll.
True.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Well, they've been holding on. I do think Shopify Rebellion recognizes they're not good at taking high ground, though, so I don't think they've been trying to force objectives too hard. They're just continuing to grow the lead, get what they need. At the same time, it's sort of what Atlantic City wants as well in this situation. So we'll see if the patience pays off, if they're able to find any pickoffs. It's been tough. Like, Copy's been trying. It's why he's so poor, right? He's constantly looking around trying to find something for his team. They've not found much, as you can see by the kill score, 22-4. Oh, dude, Fly has tranquils. That's a rough one. I guess he has the shard now too, but
Can they even get Hellscream is the question.
they're just trying
I
to
don't-
secure their wisdom rune.
Yeah, it's like they finally get a wisdom rune, I guess,
Under
but
attack.
Huge win.
Radiant structures are fortified.
What are these circles being drawn on the map?
lock them in.
Take everything here. Take everything here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
All right, with the Aegis, you can attempt to poke the high ground a little bit, I would say. You now have a bunch of different auras between the Enigma and the Chen. Though, I mean, you don't have to do it right away, right? You got 5 minutes, so tier 2s, take those out, and then at that point, you should have the Crimson Guard, which is really good at reducing Medusa's damage. Chen, maybe he could finish another aura in that time, like Vlad's, or if he wants to go Greaves.
Gunner just got soloed by Hellscream, basically. It was just a little silence and a kick from Yopaj, but this is the problem with how far behind your cores are.
Do you think if they had swapped lanes like we were thinking about, Phoenix into the Monkey King Chen and Tusk with the Medusa, would that have been better?
I
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
feel like it couldn't have been worse. You know? That's my take on it. I feel like it had to have been better. Tornado, EMP, you came in a little bit too far in the Enigma. Actually doesn't have the bongo boots available. They're just going to egg. He does get pulled away
Hurricaned
from
out.
the Hurricane. And, I'm sorry, he has two. No way. Now they're turning around onto the Medusa. The Stone Gaze already committed. Yuma falling low here, trying to make his way up onto the high ground, but he's not going to be able to. Shopify, well, wait a minute. A good roar from Gunner holds them back. Lelis as well, doing everything they can to keep them at bay. There's going to be a really nice black hole, but the snowball cancels. Tornado trying to disrupt. It's all just Atlantic City doing what they can to not die.
I can't believe only one person died there. And actually, if he sent the snowball sooner, Beastmaster might not have died. I don't think he thought his snowball was going to cancel the black hole. Otherwise, he would have sent it sooner.
I agree. I did not think it was going to hit either. So.
Me neither, actually. So, another Peebo-wide roll to match the Earth Spirits earlier. Either way, you're still pretty happy, and you still have the Aegis for 2.5 minutes. So, with those 2 tier 2s cleaned up, I think you just wait some cooldowns, wait some items. Like what's being delivered here? Sanj and Yasha for the Monkey King.
Walrus Punch. Tornado off the mark, but it's going to be the first kill of that life. Aegis will be down. Roll in from Yopaj, trying to find them onto the backside. They've made plenty of space now for them to just turn it on the offensive. Yuma has to force staff and pop that Manta style. So an Aegis for the Tusk. Not the worst for Atlantic City. They've still managed to hold, but they're still bleeding so much gold as this goes on.
Medusa she's kind of there in the damage. You know, she's got her 2 items. Looks like Scotty is gonna be the next one. That's pretty good versus the Chen heal. Controlled the monkey a little. Looks like you're gonna find Gunner again. Half the health is gone before Yamato even makes it over.
He got the literal best jungle item. The Grove Bow is just such an insane buff on this hero. It's the best neutral item for Nyx Assassin all the way up until tier 5s. There's not a single item you'd rather have. It's crazy how good that thing is. Oh. All right, a little bit of space being made. Copy, though, tries to force staff to get away from Yopaj. That is not going to work. The Magnetize is out. The roll coming through. They're trying to find Fly on the backside as Yopaj just pops the BKB to finish the job. And Fly, will TP to safety. Yuma once again forced him. He tries to Hurricane in the Enigma. He's like, get in there, buddy. Hit him with a stun.
That would have been sick.
Skev's just having fun, dude. He's just throwing him around.
I bet Skem's having fun. He's richer than 3, almost 4 of the enemy heroes. He's having a great time. I will say, with the way this game started, there's a lot of teams who would have already lost at this point. They would have lost like 5 minutes ago. Atlantic City is dragging this out, and the gold lead is not accelerating as fast as I think it potentially could. It is still very much an uphill battle. Perhaps the first step starting with finding a Blink Roar kill on this smoke, but there is no one in the top half of the map. They're going to start poking the high ground, so you're going to have to get back.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Luckily, Medusa can clean up these creeps and like summons pretty easily. So I'm not really too worried for their ability to defend high ground as long as the Medusa is alive.
And they are fast enough, because you saw they were a little slow getting back, and they lost half that tier 3.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to be back faster. But they really were hoping to find someone. You kind of have to. I mean, if you just sit in the base waiting for them to push, that's when Shopify is just like, oh, we don't push. We just farm the whole map. So you have to try to make sure they also kind of respect it and follow along, but you don't actually find anything. Still stuck in the same spot.
I mean, the fact that Shopify has held this specific area of the map for so long just is testament to how much they've been getting done. The Roar's out. They're managing to finally bring down this Enigma. They drop the egg in the center of it. The Hurricane almost gets them to safety, but they will secure the kill. That is a lot of spells committed.
You gotta
Now,
run.
Atlantic City, yeah, you need to run and quick, but will you make it out? Gunner gets the blink. Yuma will put his body on the front line here for his team as he finished up an Iascati. That's actually going to do a lot of work here. Roll on by. Nice impale. Yamato with a really nice Wukong's command will separate the heroes here as Yuma. He's forced to pop the Stone Gaze, try and finish off Hellscream, but he can't get vision of him in the trees. Gunner's gonna blink in instead. The Sunstrike is there. They get the kill. Gunner's going down, and Yuma's gonna be next. It's only a matter of time. He can stand his ground for a little while with the help of that Butterfly Ice Wall, trying to give him some space. Hellscream comes in on the backside. He gets another kill on the Invoker. The Impale gets a third. And a buyback from Gunner. But they cannot kill anything. They just do not have the damage. There's way too much sustain on the side of Shopify.
I mean, it's Medusa, right? Like, Medusa is the damage, and if she's not hitting the heroes, there's nothing else because of how rough of a game everyone else is having. It was kind of close, you know? I think if maybe the Wukongs wasn't so good, maybe Atlantic City takes an even better fight there. Because it was starting off well with Enigma getting killed right off the bat, but that actually means he's back, and he never used Black Hole, although his blink is currently in his backpack. He's gonna have to swap that out.
Medusa is really going to struggle now as Yamato's finished up an MKB, so that evasion is not going to really do a whole lot now. The other thing to note is the fact that with the way this early game went is like it snowballed so fast because of the early kills in the side lanes, but then the fact that they also lose their wisdom runes. Just look at the XP difference between the supports of Shopify and the core heroes on Atlantic City, right? Like a level 17, like both level 17. They're higher level than the Invoker and the Beastmaster.
Yeah,
and it all starts from that first Wisdom Rune steal.
Yeah, and that one's particularly painful because these supports, Tusk and Phoenix, and actually Nyx and Chen, they're actually all very level dependent. They actually don't need that much money to start. If you just give them levels, they can do a lot. And getting both Wisdom Runes means Shopify support could do a lot, and yours could not. So maybe that's another key moment if they go back to... It was actually really close, right? They were just like half a second too slow getting there and lost the rune. See, Roche is up. I imagine you grab that and you're ready to sit behind the Monkey King as he finishes up these buildings. They're already quite low. One more decisive fight could end it.
I mean, what's the chance Atlantic City smokes and somehow steals Roshan?
I mean, it'd be pretty sick.
You have Beastmaster Axe and a Medusa, right? You can take it pretty quick. It's just, would Shopify realize it's happening? My gut is yes. Well, they're about to scout Gunner. Hellscream running straight at him. The blink's going to come out. Copy about to get seen now as Nate from the Nyx Assassin reveals him, and he goes down immediately. Gunner's going to join him.
Radiant are scanning.
I
guess you also had a gem on the Earth Spirit, which helps.
Radiant's middle tower.
Oh, is it? Okay. I thought that was Nick's sense that saw him. Maybe
it
both.
was. He was there first, but then Yopaj rolled in as well.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Well, more space for Medusa, Copium.
She's got Daedalus, Swiftblink, Divine Rapier queued up. I feel like you bump that Divine Rapier a little closer to the front of the queue.
Yeah, you just finish your Daedalus, and then you're like, all right, Divine Rapier time. Hellscream finding himself another solo kill. Oh, he got a Nemesis Curse. I mean, to be
That
fair,
one might be better.
no, it's actually worse than Grove Bow.
Is it?
Yeah, technically is. It's the Grove Bow is a larger amount of burst damage. Black Hole just immediately onto the Medusa, but canceled right away. And now Tornado EMP gonna hold them back quite a bit. In comes Hellscream on the backside, trying to finish off Fly. Doesn't have it by himself. They still have the egg. Yuma trying to just chase after them, but Yopaj just kicks him to safety. And now Yuma's in a rough spot. The egg's gonna get dropped as a safety net here to try and bail the Medusa out. Again, you just don't have the damage to kill anything on Shopify. Or, you know, any of the heroes on Shopify.
Yeah, it's so much about Medusa being able to attack or not, which, when you know it's just one hero, right, you just kite away from that. We're seeing a lot of force staffs, kicks, things like that. Just play and keep away from Medusa. And that wasn't even a Wukong's. I think Shopify could have forced that if they really wanted to by dropping Wukong's, but I think you don't risk it when Aegis is up. And also, they, you know, even the pros have felt the throws on the high ground, so they want to play it safe, especially when you can eventually find a pick off with your Nyx. And if you get the Medusa, you know she's not saving buyback.
I mean, that's game. Like, the thing is part of this was, if they force enough spells out of Atlantic City, they can safely take Roche. Because even though you're super far behind on Atlantic City, you do have a really good Roche lineup. You could just drop Egg on the side of the pit. You have, you know, Roar, as well as the Medusa, who can run in and do damage. And, like, getting stuck inside the pit underneath all of that, you maybe find some important kills. But now, with pretty much everything on cooldown, it's a free Roche, very minimal commitment to actually take it, and your Nyx Assassin's setting up elsewhere.
Should be the first racks before Medusa's even up. They're going to fortify, but they have the banner here, so these creeps are not going to die easily. So that's the first set. Eidolon's already getting to work on that mid lane as well. Do you think you should at least get this tower?
There should be a limit to how many buffs you're allowed to have on your heroes. Look at this.
How many would you put? 10?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. Three buffs.
3 buffs?
Yep. Take me back to the days when orbs didn't stack, and then introduce like Heroes of Newerth's like their like orb toggling feature where you can swap between different active orbs. That's how we fix this.
Man, buffs would get so much stronger though to compensate only being able to have 3.
Fly just
dead
got
to 1
absolutely
boundless.
popped.
Amaterasu, he just blinks it and Malefices people.
Yeah, I mean, he's
You would
not
think
an
he's
easy
like-
kill.
I guess so. You'd think he'd be like waiting in the back for the black hole. You know, don't let him know where I am. Make sure I get a good one. No, not him. He's the space maker.
Oh, they find the Nyx Assassin. That's going to be a potential kill. The Yules, though. There's going to be the Roar on Amaterasu. They've got the egg still available.
Barely taking
but
damage.
no one is dying. Again, they all get bailed out. Stone Gaze was committed. Yopaj is going to go in, try and find Yuma. There's the Wukong's command onto 4. The black hole to follow. Good night, Atlantic City. The egg's going to pop. Yuma's going to buy back into this game, try and clean up here. Spike Carapace will give them some space to run away. They still can't do it. They just do not have the damage. They're going to turn around here. They're going in aggressively. Gunner's going to die, and now Yamato is doing his best to stand his ground, find more openings here. Tornado to make a little bit of space, but again, another Spike Carapace. They can't actually do anything. They just GG out.
GG's.
41
very nice
to
draft.
5. The last kill from Atlantic City, I think, was 30 minutes ago.
No. It was to 4 about 30 minutes ago. They found a kill on. I didn't actually look at the set.
Well, time for you to find out. I'm not going to tell you if I was lying or not. That's good.
The icon's different. It's real.
For battle.
I feel like I'm watching a pub game, man.
Inker Meepo, dude. No way. All right. Well, we're going to see if Shopify are going to take this series 2-0, or if Atlantic City are going to tie things up, give us our first game 3 that you and I at least got to cast. For those of you that are just tuning in, Shopify absolutely wrecked game number 1. Net out there from Yuma. Copy here as well. Okay, they do not have the ability to chase on that one. And that is Net's level 1 from the Meepo.
That's kind of awkward. He should not walk here either. This is
He's
so
super
scary.
fast.
I guess so, but if you wanted to start Clockwork Cogs,
Yeah,
you're
it's
not
true.
getting anywhere. Knockback by Flame Break too. This is so scary. All right, so although Atlantic City has some of their signatures in the Meepo and the Tinker, I do, want to throw out Amaterasu, as you can see, also a Grandmaster Brood. He's
It's his
really
best,
good at
most
this
played hero.
Yeah. And I kind of favor the Brood in this game because I think she'll come online while you have 3 cores still farming. We'll see how the lanes go.
All right,
The
come on,
chicken
sneeze on him.
taunt. I haven't
What
gotten
chicken
to
taunt?
see this for Meepo from one of the earlier Crown Falls.
Yeah, it's a good one.
All right, you got to do well in the lanes. If you struggle in the lanes as Atlantic City and you all have to fall back to farm, you're just not going to have a good time.
They should do well. Copy should win mid lane on the Tinker. It's usually, I would say, a Tinker favored matchup because of just how good Laser is, being able to secure early denies, and there's just nothing he can do about it. But as he gets more and more levels, Yopaj could definitely just annoy him with the Tornado EMPs and try and prevent the Tinker from kind of taking over. All right. I want you to see the Batrider sticky napalm. Emphasis on sticky once he gets it now.
Gross. He's not even near level 2. You're baiting me. Continuing to be trolled here.
It's so cool.
Things going well to start.
Copy wants his level 3 before he keeps lasering. Okay, no, he gets it now. I mean, he's doing really well mid. 11-2 to the 6-0, just making it difficult for the Invoker to CS here. Oh, I say that. Invoker just gets 2 denies.
Should get a little easier as time goes on thanks to the increased damage, but that's where the blind helps, and the damage actually does not matter as much.
And you just have March of the Machines to just throw into the lane, and Yopaj has to either soak them or, not get CS.
Yeah, Invoker's not good at dealing with
wave clear like this.
Yeah. Like, it should let Copy go stack.
Overall, lane's off to a decent start for the side of Atlantic City. Bottom. Oh, there it is. Do you see it, bottom lane? He's green. Yeah. Look at everything. These little goo trails behind him.
I'm feeling sickly all of a sudden.
It's all right. We're no longer in the pandemic.
It's okay. Sneeze on me.
You can make these. You can,
like all the doorknobs you want.
Like this again.
Brood is struggling to start, actually. I didn't think it was supposed to be this bad. I guess maybe that's the Pugna effect, just getting poked constantly.
It is, but also Meepo's got an incredible amount of sustain.
I guess
like, people underestimate how much sustain Meepo has. His base stats are actually very high. He has one of the highest armors in the game. And now once he has his second Meepo, Ransack just becomes a serious issue to deal with. Which... They do manage to turn it around. Nets are out, but Yuma does not want to play super aggressive thanks to that Hellscream Bat Rider at the ready. Mid lane is getting really rough here for Yopaj.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
You know how usually if you play a cheese hero, sorry, I know you're talking about mid. I'm gonna pivot completely.
No,
you know how
go
you
for
play a
it.
cheese hero and you've played the cheese hero a bunch, but it's not popular in pubs, so people haven't played against you, and that gives you an extra advantage along with being a cheese hero. But now we have a Broodmother versus a Meepo. Do you think Yuma's played against more Broods as Meepo, or Amaterasu's played more Brood against Meepos? Also, Yuma's about to die here. In the bottom lane,
that's a big
sneeze to
kill.
death.
Yep. So like I said, the Meepo, it's got great base stats, but it's very susceptible to the Bat Rider. So that's a really good kill. And Hellscream's going to be able to put that money to good use. And I'm curious if he's going to try and stack and play for his own game now. Because if he gets a decently timed blink, that could be their way of finding and shutting down heroes like Meepo and this Tinker as this game goes on. Oh, really good scan in the bottom
Oh my
side here.
goodness.
What?
Roshan just took away half of Yamato's health as he comes through this twin gate rotation.
Oh, I mean, they scanned it.
That
They know this is
backfires.
here. They're looking for the jive, though. Can they actually find the kill onto Yuma? Lelis coming in as well. A nice poof under the tower. Amaterasu just dead. Lelis was at the ready now, looking for Hellscream potentially as Yuma gonna send one of the Meepos after him. Has it in snare in 1 second. Will connect. Should be able to pull the other Meepo over, and he's gonna get the kill. A nice response there from Atlantic City, and part of it, yeah, Roshan giving him a little bit of some help there,
I think
but
Roche actually griefed him so hard there. Because it delayed it. Like, that was supposed to happen, like, 3 seconds sooner with a full health Terrorblade, who isn't so scared to tank the tower because he's healthy and high armor. But instead, he shows up at half health. There's burst in that lane. He, like, gets scared. They had time to rotate. I think that actually griefed that attempt.
is he gonna
And
go the
Gunnar was
Sanj and
free in
Yasha
that
build
time.
on Meepo, you think? Have you seen this lately?
No, not too much. Tell me about it.
So people have been going Sanj and Yasha on Meepo and just throwing it in the neutral item slot. So all your Meepos get the status resistance and the buffs from it.
Oh, that does kind of make sense. Do you need it this game? They don't have the best, like, AoE stun type
Yeah,
abilities.
it's like there's not
You
a
might
lot
not need
that
it
you
this
get from
game.
it, but Gunnar just
Yamato
gonna
can use a little bit of that right
down
now.
Yamato. Yeah, that is gonna be level 6. They were bringing the Meepo to the top side of the map here, and he's not gonna get a chance. Really nice snipe on the rune here from Skem. Now Fly, he's gonna take a beating, but the question is whether or not Skem's gonna be able to get out of this, because they might just try and respond. Yeah, they're not gonna TP in time, so he's good.
Losing the wisdom runes again, though. I mean, they were there. It's not like they're not prioritizing it. Their heroes just aren't good at it compared to Shopify's this game. So, unfortunately, another game where supports will most likely end up underleveled. Fortunately, you had that fight go your favor in the bottom lane, right? So that kind of helps give you some
You're not
XP.
losing the side lanes at least this game, right?
Yeah, so you might need another successful play
Top lane.
somewhere.
Gunnar trying to make it through the cogs. He has Lotus and 16 wand charges, so he's going to be fine. And now thinking of turning it around. Nah, just going to force them back, though.
Radiant are scanning.
Dude, Gunnar is so farmed in the top lane right now.
I mean, they left his lane to go try to make that play bottom.
Middle tower.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stacks here in the triangle already for him.
What's Bat Rider's mount's name? Is it Sneezy or what was it again?
It's Snotty, isn't it?
Snotty? That might be what it is. Okay. Bottom lane. Here's where Meepo starts becoming an issue. The other thing, too, like Meepo and Tinker, we've seen them run this strategy in the past. When he gets to the higher levels of rearm, he can just teleport to any of the Meepos around the map. And then it becomes such a nightmare to play on the side of Shopify if you're behind.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm struggling. I'm like in this moral gray zone where I like seeing these heroes as a Dota enjoyer, but the pub player in me is like disgusted. Like a Tinker, Bristle, Meepo lineup, like that can't be allowed to win. That's disgusting. It's wrong. It's not what Gaben intended Dota to be.
Bottom lane, Hellscream's gonna find Yuma. Nice ensnare as well as some stuns. Coffee's gonna come in off the creep wave. They're gonna try and just hold the Broodmother long enough, and they get him. Hellscream finds a trade. But you don't mind taking this Broodmother. He is a big part of the tempo for Shopify. So if you can continue to shut him down, I feel like you're gonna be very happy on Atlantic City.
Gunner saw the clockwork in the area. Can't really stop him from farming these ancients, though.
Yeah.
He's actually just going to leave early. So what's the timing? For Tinker, it's going to be the Ags. I mean, he can already do stuff now with the Blink, but you're going to be a lot stronger once you actually have that
heroes
Ag.
coming top lane. We're going to see them look for Yamato, but a wraparound onto the backside. It's going to be the rest of Shopify looking for an opening, but the nets are out. Yuma's going to hold two in place as Gunner comes in onto the Bristleback. Starting to fall a little bit low as Hellscream does have that lasso available. Won't be able to connect onto it, and instead it's going to be Skem left alone, trying to run away.
Not quite
Lelis almost dies there to that Sunstrike, yeah. Does he get out of this? He does have a TP, but I think he knows there's no way. Yeah, holds the TP. Well played from Skem there. Amaterasu getting some time in the bottom lane here to try and go for Copy. Has to throw the laser. Is he just dead to the...
He may have messed up.
Yeah.
Oops.
He doesn't have the damage yet to one-shot the spiders off laser, and he just dies to the brood babies.
Yeah, maybe... I'll just a bit of a slip up there.
Yeah, that's a costly one.
Shouldn't really happen.
The level 6 difference, not having it on the supports here, whereas Batrider does, that would have been an easy finger of death kill in the mid lane for the Lion otherwise. Coffee just bottling his support, knowing he's like, I'll go back to the base and get a refill, don't worry. Top lane, Tornado comes out onto Yuma. The Sunder is there. He's going to try and poof away. He gets it. Really nice stun out from Lelis just to make sure he's safe. TPing back to the base. Sunstrike not going to connect, but a good attempt.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Quick 16 gold for the Lion there. Just mana draining the Terrorblade illusions.
Money is money, man.
No, it's worth it. It really is. Dude,
Just
blood grenades
blood
to
grenade
pop
to
the
clarity.
Bro. All right, Lelis is
little
just...
bit.
Yeah, he is just mental warfare right now. That is hilarious.
I mean, it's good. I mean, Invoker had no mana, right? And he can't make plays without it. He can farm by just right-clicking, but, you know, he wanted that clarity up so he could, you know, maybe ghost walk, go find people.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
How close is Gunner to his Ags? About 1,500 gold away, though his Courier is currently dead. Brood going for an Orchid. Needs about 1,000 gold. That'll be pretty good. It's a strong Orchid game versus several of these heroes.
Dude, Brood has massively recovered. Look at the net worth now for the Broodmother. She was, I think, 5th or 6th on net worth. She's about to pass the Bristleback here.
I mean, it helps a lot to... That's where that Tinker play really hurt. Because one, she gets a huge chunk of gold from that. Two, it becomes a lot easier to take the tower because Tinker's not just dropping March the Machines. And she just gets a bunch of space to recover. Brood, this is always what Brood can do, right? With the spiders and the webs.
Radiant's
She's so
bottom tower
fast.
is under attack. Dire's top tower.
Yo, Posh, see, the Blood Grenade got them, man. He's dropping items and having teammates mango him and stuff. He's struggling for mana.
Batrider's about 900 gold from a Blink Dagger, which will be nice. But both teams just kind of resorting to the farm game here, and I'm actually not sure who this favors. Right, we're not seeing Atlantic City group up and try and make any plays here. We see the Blink Dagger on copy going for the Aghanim Scepter, which he's actually really close, only one component away from the Ags, and that is the one where it's going to change the relationship with the Brood Mother quite a bit, right? Like if Brood wants to go for this, suddenly he just pops the Brood plus like any of the spiders pretty easily. Just 700 gold away.
I think Atlantic City is just kind of waiting for that. I mean, you might try to make a play with this Meepo Blink. It does look like they're smoked up. But you'll be a lot stronger with that Tinker Eggs.
That's the Orchid reveal potentially coming in here in a moment as well. They're coming in bottom here. Tinker gonna get scouted. Yuma just goes in aggressive with a Blink. They managed to find themselves the Brood so easily. Really sick play there from the copy. A smoke wraparound, paying off big there.
Middle tower is under attack.
That's a really nice bait. I don't know if they saw that Orchid coming exactly at that time, but by having Tinker there, you know the Brood wants to come in. They're just waiting behind with that smoke blink. Very nice. That's going to buy the time to finish up this Tinker Eggs. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's probably very close. He got the credit for the kill, right? So now suddenly Tinker's Ags is online. Shrink Ray, very cute. And on his way to the Kayaya.
Bristle Ag going to be done with these stacks as well. Is this the timing, or are they going to go for an even later spot? I think you could probably force Roche if you want. You got the Meepo and the Bristle. I think you're strong enough to do it. Don't think you can really fight it on Shopify.
Atlantic City. Meepo looking for another Blink. They're going to actually get found out here in the bottom side. Hellscream's going to scout them. He's going to immediately TP out on Lelis, and Meepo, he left as well. He poofed himself to safety. Pugna, not going to be as lucky. Consumed by the Brood.
He becomes Spider's Milk.
Dire's middle tower is
There's
under
sentries
attack.
here. They might have seen Yopaj. I don't think he got close enough, though, since it's nighttime.
All right, so it looks like Meepo is not going to go the Sanjin Yasha. Top lane Gunner got sundered up, taking a lot of damage here. He's going to go down. That's a very nice kill. I think the Blink Lasso, maybe an unprepared for that one.
Yeah, it's been a quiet game from the supports. Maybe you're not quite expecting him to have that. You thought he's maybe struggling more. But I guess 2-on-1 has managed to find some decent last hits. His farm's actually not too bad on Hellscream.
You finally get to see the taunt there.
Radiant are scattered.
I mean, it's basically 5 taunts in one. That's OP.
It's true. Ooh, Broodmother. The Drake is pretty strong versus the spiders because it has the splash. It's actually kind of annoying to deal with.
She does at least have Feeding Frenzy, so they get the benefits of the Insatiable Hunger, so it helps them survive a little bit more, but yeah, when the Drake is there, it just kills them so fast.
What's Shopify's timing?
Dire's structures are fortified.
Because I'm not really sure when they really come together, you know?
Yeah, I actually don't know either. I think you need BKB on the Brood. Your Terrorblade.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Gosh, I don't know. He's got the Manta Dragon Lance. Oh, well, he's dead.
He's got the dead.
Ooh, I'm surprised he held the Finger of Death on Lelis. Sometimes you just let that rip, start building the stacks, but wants to make sure Yuma's the one getting the credit for the kill, and now they're going to look mid instead. We're here in the jungle. They do know that Hellscream is nearby. The question is, will they be able to find him? His blink is at the ready, so you've got to catch the initiation somehow yourself. Which they see everything coming, and oh, he gets the grab. The lasso is there onto Lelis, and he just gets deleted. Yuma here, trying to look for some ensnares, find an opening for his own team, but it's not going to happen. It will get away.
Pinging Vision. They don't actually have a ward there unless it just died.
It just expired, but it was like north, like where the ramp, like between the two ramps in the jungle there. Like, you know, like
Gotcha.
to the
I
left
thought
of the bounty rune spot.
Yeah, I thought that was their ward. I must have misseen it. I'm not sure who feels better going into the late game. I feel like Tinker is actually really good versus Brood and Terrorblade, and it's a matter of just keeping...
baiting so hard. Yopaj with a nice tornado. Skem's coming in as well. The question is, can you keep him away? Nice deafening blast onto 3. Now you got to be careful. Here comes Yamato. A nice Earth Spike comes out. Fly falling low, but he survives, and the Finger of Death is going to take down 1. Gunner coming in on the backside will finish up Hellscream, and now he's looking for this Terrorblade. Does have the ult available, the Sunder, to reset if he needs. But Yuma, as well as Fly, just barely getting out is huge. They do manage to bait the Sunder, and now they're just going to find the Terrorblade collapse on top of his copy. Be the one to find the kill. A really nice barrier there to save Yuma, as now they're going to look for Yopaj as well. He is out of mana, nowhere to go. The Hairball is going to connect. And one by one, they fall on Shopify. A massive series of kills for the side of Atlantic City.
It was really close. Yuma got so low in that fight, but just not quite enough lockdown to actually keep him still. And he just barely slips away thanks to the help from Fly, healing him up as well. And in these fights, Copy's just free to go. He's just firing away all his lasers, dropping the march of the machines, sometimes helping teammates out with the defense matrix as needed. He's going to get this shard. Over to Fly.
It's not typically that good.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's all right against a Terrorblade, I suppose.
Yeah, maybe that gives it some value.
I think you'd much rather have the Lion one because it's just the exact same thing but better, but, you know, what can you do?
RNG not favoring them.
Radiant are scanning.
Hellscream's going to get his shard. Also not the great one. So both teams kind of getting unlucky with first Tormentor, not getting the shards that they really wanted.
Backpack would have been, or not backpack, Jetpack would have been really good at helping to find Tinker in the tree lines, getting him killed off. Might even consider buying it himself. We'll see.
Yeah, he could. He could look for like drums as well for his team.
I think a lot of it is finding the Tinker. I'd be open to him going for an Aghanims, actually, just to have that overclocked Rocket Flare.
Yeah, I agree, actually. That'd be a good one. So, is Terrorblade going through the portal, and do they see this is the question?
He ended up TPing
no, he
instead.
TP'd. Okay. Good call, because he would have definitely died if he came through the portal. Roshan is up. On Radiant side, Atlantic City can start building up the stacks. They actually... Well, Meepo is stuck. He has Ags, though. He has Ags. It's a bait. Yuma can Mega Meepo this one out of here at any time. And will he do it?
Anytime! He didn't do it!
I just don't understand. That's 2 dead, and now they're going to find Fly as well. Gunner does take down the Clockwork, but here comes Copy. Fly in some trouble. Now the Orchid will stop the live train. Yamato gets to work as well. It's a 3-for-1. He has an Ags, right? Am I missing something?
No, he had it. It's even on cooldown. I guess in the middle of casting it, the Meepo died. I pushed it a little bit too far. That's quite unfortunate for them.
I don't know the point of waiting.
I mean, technically the point is you bait out, like, even more, you know, but...
That's a
maybe
huge kill.
0.2 seconds too much.
Yeah, I mean... just pop it a second earlier, you know? You didn't need to wait that long. That hurts a lot. Completely kills the Meepo's momentum. It pretty much closes their ability to go Roshan now, as if they had won that fight, it would have been a very easy Roche take for the side of Atlantic City.
Yeah, you got to reclaim position, and you've lost your observers now.
Yep.
At this point, maybe you just stall and then go top, set up position there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Is he just going straight Nullifier on the Brood? I think he is. That's kind of sick.
Yeah, it's really good versus Tinker for the Dispel, and then also Pugnant Decrepify as well. Makes a lot of sense. I was talking about Shadow Demon being really good, but he was banned out. Nullifier is Shadow Demon at home.
Ooh, copy. He's in trouble. Another really sick pick off here from Shopify. As Roshan's moving to Dire side, this is going to be Roche now for Shopify.
Well, they're going to the Twin Gate. Are they trying to do it on the daytime?
More? They really want to defend this bottom the ward, is what it looks like. Or they're just starting Roshan for some reason. I don't quite know. They tried to start Roshan. Flares out. They don't manage to protect their ward. Yuma will keep Amaterasu at bay. Gunner putting his life on the front side here. Does have the Bloodstone completed now, so he's quite tanky, quite durable.
Gonna go back through the Twin Gates. Did I see a gem get dropped? Fly's pinging it. Where is that?
That Nullifier is almost done. It is done. So this Broodmother is the actual carry this game. Like unironically. Like BKB, Orchid, and a Nullifier now completed. He can kill almost any hero he sees.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, if nothing else, you're just going to have to pay attention when he goes in, which is going to free up Terrorblade. He's no longer going to be the focus of
Strike is out.
Atlantic City.
They scan. I mean, they know exactly what's going on here. And Yuma's walking into the Death Squad. Needs to be careful. Hellscream doesn't want to go for him quite yet. In comes Compy as well. EMP's going to burn out some serious mana on the backside. Gunner's going in. They've lost the Lion already. Now they jump it onto Amaterasu. There's going to be the BKB, the Shrink Ray, trying to do some work, but he's turning his attention over to Fly, and the Broodmother just chewing right through him. Gets the decrep off in the last second, and he's going to survive for now. With the BKB on cooldown, gonna have a hard time getting back in this fight. It's now up to Atlantic City to turn the tables.
Maybe they just go back in. They see Tinker. Gotta go home and then back out. How low is Roche? Oh, not that low. It's really hard to fight without BKB. I think Shopify may have to just let this go. It seems like they're backing off the position. Noun's actually not fully sure quite yet.
I mean, Yuma's here now. It's dead. You know, like that's all. You needed the Meepo for the Roshan. So Shopify will concede the Roche. And it is on Dire's side, which is a slight win for Shopify in the end of the day, but this is something Nouns should have gotten like 5 or 6 minutes ago even. So the fact that it took them this long to get the Roshan is a little bit worrisome. Oh, Meepo finds the Invoker. So much damage coming out right away. The second Shrink Ray is there. Another net coming through, and it's only a matter of time.
Do they have detection?
They don't. They ran out in snares.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Fortunate escape for Invoker. Oh, they actually give the H to Bristle. I just realized. That's
It's not that abnormal, I feel like.
When you have Meepo on the team? I mean, I guess he's just confident that they won't kill him because he has Ags and Shard. But that is confidence, you know? It's kind of scary. Does mean, like, Bristle can just run up and you have to kill Bristle twice. And Bristle actually is having a really good game. He's actually even richer than the Meepo. Maybe this is carry Bristle.
I mean, for having an Aegis, they're not really getting a lot on the map at the moment. They will get the mid tier 2 in exchange for the bottom tier 2. But net worth wise, Shopify is still looking really healthy. Sanj and Yasha being worked on by Gunnar here. He's only about 500 gold away. That's not going to take too long. They need to get the top tier 2 because you essentially have to open up 2 lanes, right? That's the kind of the key. If you can actually continue to like hold 2 lanes on the map like that are next to each other, it makes it a lot easier to eventually pressure high ground or find pickoffs.
And the more tier 2s that are down, the better for Meepo and Tinker as well, because they're such global heroes who can play all over the map. The less rotations that the enemy has, the better for you.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top
I think
tower has
you just back off after that. You're happy to eventually go push bottom and try to take those towers. Just get this map open.
Meepo once again going up onto the high ground. He's
kind of on his
searching,
own
but he's
here.
walking into so many heroes. The Orchid is out. He's got to get the Mega Meepo off if he wants to live, but he doesn't. Just gets deleted by the Broodmother. 60 seconds without your Meepo. No BKB on Brood, though. Maybe they try and go aggressive here with Gunnar on the front line. We'll have to see as he's going to go ahead and hit him with the hairball. As that just deletes my sound. I don't know what just happened here.
Got goo in the ear. Maybe the wrong read on where the enemy was. That was a pretty aggressive movement. Need a little bit more time before Shopify actually had to rotate top to with what he's pushing in. Bloodthorn Nullifier Rude. So her damage potential is very scary. This is such a weird game, actually. There's so many carry type heroes. Both carry and offlane for each team, but also Tinker's kind of carry this game as well. Like he functions and how good he is versus Tinker and Rude when they're not KP'd. I'm not really sure who you focus down because of that.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, both teams will grab their Tormentor. Copy and Stem will get them. The thing about Warplayer is it is actually kind of good. Yamato being ran down there in the bottom lane. They're trying to burst him to get him. All right, nice play there between the two. That is 60 seconds without the Terrorblade now, so... Gunnar, we kind of joked, like, he's the real carry, not the Meepo at this point. It's starting to feel that way for real.
I mean, I think it's real. He's 4,000 gold over the Meepo, full extra item, and he does so much damage. It's like a bait, right? You know you have to watch Meepo. You know Meepo can burst people, but as you look at the Meepo, the bristle's just running in, building up stacks, and if you ignore him too long, suddenly you're dead.
Did you see the item he just bought?
No, I do see the smoke. Gonna find Clockwork.
I think you were loping for more, but you'll take it. They get the kill. Compy on the backside. Nullfire's out. That's caught him. He's in a lot of trouble. Amaterasu goes right through the Tinker. A buyback from the Clockwork is Gunner's trying to do what damage he can as Yuma is just going to look for this Batrider. Great Deafening Blast. There's the Mega Meepo to come out, and Gunner is just going to continue to try and do what damage he can, but maybe they decide to run away. The Nasal Goose stacking up, causing some problems here. Can Gunnar do it by himself is the question. He's got that Bloodstone active. Yamato's trying to get on top of him. He's tried so far, but he's just able to squeak away. Yuma just goes in 1v5 and dies. On different pages here.
Cool.
Is Atlantic City as Gunnar will take down the Batrider, but now needs to run for his life as Skem trying to close the gap here with the jetpack. Amaterasu as well, trying to get close, but doesn't look like it's gonna happen.
This Bristle is literally sick. Look at those green dots on him. He's infectious. Stay away. That was a... Yeah, you need the BKB on the Tinker. He went for E-Blade first, but E-Blade and the shield are both countered by Nullifier, so Brood ate him instantly. Clockwork is going for an Ags now, by the way. That'll help a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. Although, so far, haven't had a huge problem finding the Tinker in some of these fights. He's maybe going in a little too aggressively.
Yeah, I think part of it is he's blinking in really far, but also the Broodmother is such a good... Like, his itemization is so good at actually finding Tinker and killing him that it's causing some massive problems. Gunnar just trying to go for the Wisdom Rune here. Is trying to scout with some Sunstrikes. They don't manage to find them. As they will scout. Yuma on the backside. He sees him fly. Actually gets the blink away. Hellscream's BKB's not going to connect, but he now finds Lelis on the Lion, and he's dead. Now looking for Fly as well. He gets the Force Staff to the low ground. Gunnar in trouble, but a nice hook shot comes in. They've taken both supports. It's now up to Copy, Gunnar, and Yuma. Can they clean up this fight? Cyclone coming through. There's the Sunder. BKB out from Gunnar. He's still trying to chase after this Terrorblade. Will he get him? He just needs one more Quill, potentially. He's got the gem for the vision. He gets him. In comes Fly and Copy. They can't save him. The break was too much, and now Fly, potential dieback here, is going to be enough to find the kill. Copy continuing to try and blink back and forth through these fights, but Shopify looking very good, coming out 4 for 1 in this engagement.
And they got the gem. They're kind of running into this issue where they don't actually have crowd control on Atlantic City. It's just the Lion who got taken out of the fight right away, which means as you want to get kills, they're just running away from you and dragging the fight apart. And it's much easier for Shopify to move around, pick and choose their targets than it is for Atlantic City.
Uh-oh.
Radiant are scanning.
We're back. We're good. Next Roshan, close to spawning, about 20 seconds. Shopify in position. They've got a spider in there too.
Can you hear me, Zach?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not really sure.
I think we're having some Discord issues, guys. Sorry, but we're
What's going on?
gonna get through this. Starting with an Aegis, now in the Brood, because Brood, I think Brood's actually the carry here for her team. She is so farmed and so scary, and she's getting close to 25. That 0.3 bat time on Insatiable Hunger is insane. Tinker trying to delete the Terrorblade instantly. Terrorblade, there's the lockdown issue. He's just running away. I think Gunnar will still finish the kill thanks to the Quill Sprays going out. He's actually still alive with the Bloodstone. Maybe turn around, looking for the Clockwork. Looking for the Brood. No way to actually stop the BKB TP out. All right, this time the fight going much better for Atlantic City, starting with Terrorblade having to just run that entire fight. after getting nuked by the Tinker. Oh, bottom lane, they almost find the Invoker as well. I mean, you don't know the buyback statuses, but I think you can just push and see if you can force anything out. And if they don't respond, you're going to get these. All right, there's the first Fortify. Still have 20 seconds, no Terrorblade. Can you just go back for the buildings? Don't dive too hard. Lelis getting a little low, but staying alive. Copy, Nullifiered up. Does he have his BKB? He does. Okay, so as long as he has BKB, he should be fine. Should not die. Sorry, guys. We're having Discord issues, so you're stuck with Caster Zac now. Building's getting whacked down here. It's really hard to push into Martian Machines, but I think as everyone's respawning, you're going to respect this. Because you actually never got the Aegis. It's still on Brood. So yeah, looks like they're going to fall back. But you did get yourselves a lane of Rax, and it's already hard enough dealing with the Tinker and a Meepo. Your lane's always pushing in. Now there's actually barracks down, and it will push in. A bit of a pain for them. We're going to smoke up. We actually still have 2.5 minutes on Aegis. They actually took that losing fight immediately after getting Roshan. So they still have a window here. Though maybe Amaterasu's being found to start off. Hexed up. Can he be burst? Gets the BKB off, but he is so low and he can't actually hit anything. He's going to respawn without that BKB. I don't know if you can do much without that. Let's find out. Get in the fight because they focused him. Tinker... Or Terrorblade's free to just chase the Tinker out. He's going to be back soon. Terrorblade, I don't think he's getting out of this. The Sunder are going to live a little longer, but not that much longer. And that is another death. No buyback still. And it's right outside your base. Gunner's actually just walking in. Wait, where are they going? TPing back, looking for the Bat Rider. But actually, they found Gunner. Pops the Bloodstone. Tanking a bunch of damage. Okay, they do finish him off. The Brood Mother damage is, as I said earlier, insane. Has 25 now, 0.3 bat time faster with Insatiable Hunger. Maybe gets the Shard next. True carry potential. Currently has a Scotty queued up, though, which is actually also very good versus the healing from the Bristleback.
So, I think I'm back. I have no idea.
Ricky's back. Caster Zac leaving.
I mean, I heard it, dude. It was good stuff. I don't know what to say. Somehow I missed the entire turnaround here from Atlantic City. Last time I was able to see this game, Shopify was in the lead, but now it's Atlantic City currently up 5K. So that's cool. That's quite the difference.
The stream delay.
Yeah, I'll watch it when it happens.
Watch both at once.
Yeah, they were up like 10,000 at one point, weren't they? 6,000. Okay.
Yeah, it's been a pretty close game for most of it, all things considered. Even losing that barracks, I wouldn't say is the end of the world for Shopify, but the last couple fights not really going their way is... Like, a lot of Brood's damage is when she has BKB and when the opponents do not.
Yeah.
And we're kind of reaching that late game situation where BKBs exist on all the heroes, but are also not that long of a cooldown for Brood. So she has to be very careful with how she joins these fights. At the same time, so does Atlantic City, right? Like, if you find a stray Meepo, you find a stray Tinker, it's huge if you can get one of those heroes deleted off. So both teams going to have to be real careful. And this is where maybe the Aghanims being done on the Clockwork and the Brood Spiderlings, you know, scattered out scouting, maybe that'll help them find the pickoff.
Meepo did happen to find a really good jungle item, I will say. He also has his Scythe now as well, which is quite nice. But Rattlecage giving that bonus armor to all of the Meepos helps out quite a bit.
Find Amaterasu.
Oh, that's a really good blink side. Into the finger of death. They got him right away. No shot, and now the Clockwork in trouble as the Mega Meepo's gonna beat him down. It's a double kill for Copy. And without buybacks on Shopify, that is incredibly costly.
That might be it. I think you just go poke for the end. There's one Fortify, but if there's not a
Tier fours,
buyback,
that's
which
it.
you're kind of testing right now, it's just it. I mean, you got a Meepo and a Bristleback. You're gonna have a Tinker putting
with Tinker
shield on
behind him.
everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe just the Bristle. His favorite teammate. It's you, Gunner.
Yuma goes in, gets the Scythe onto the Terrorblade. He's going to be able to pop the Manta and get some space, but again, they just want to be able to whittle down these tier 4s. They're going to be able to, the damage from Copy. He's just trying to delete the Terrorblade before he can make it back to the fountain. The BKB out from Yopaj. The AoE Deafening Blast is doing some work, but it's going to be Batrider trying to just cut this wave and just prevent them from ending the game. But a Finger of Death on top of him. He's fallen so low. Copy actually out of mana will finish the job. Yamato is going to force his BKB. Look for a way to turn this, but Gunner just trying to delete him, and the throne, it's exposed. Cataclysm comes out, but nobody cares. Shopify gonna end up dropping here in game number 2 as Yuma focusing up on the throne. Hook shot in from the Clockwork. They're doing their best to stall this one out, but it's not good enough. And we're going to a game 3.
I'm torn. I'm happy to draft, man. He's feeling it.
Here we go. Atlantic City versus Shopify, game number 3 in this upper bracket final. The winner will move on to the grand finals, where they might just rematch, depending on how tomorrow plays out.
I do think the top lane... I'm curious how that'll go, because SF raises, that's good versus the Timber. That's the idea. But if you slip up, you fall behind, Timber will just have so much nuke damage that he'll run you out of the lane, and it's not easy to land the raises while he's Timber chaining around. So how the lane starts and how the early game goes is very important. They're already planning to meet tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
4:27 a.m. I guess he's back in Europe during these qualifiers. These are just the gamer hours, though. I think it's actually a
6:27.
buff to him.
Oh
It's
my
actually
gosh.
a buff.
Yeah, I think this series started at 2 a.m. for Yuma. Yopaj is going to walk under a ward here. They're smoked up on Atlantic City.
Begins.
Wondering if they can go. He's not going to risk going for the rune. The restraint.
My pub invoker's dead there. But this is good play. They didn't see anything. You know this is a high-level game. You know they're doing something. So you're perfectly fine. Just taking the 2 for 2 bounty runes. Go body block.
All right, mid lane, Copy on the Monkey King versus Yopaj on the Invoker. So far, doing all right. The first couple waves should be okay for the Monkey King. I think things get a little bit more difficult as time goes on. But for now, he's doing okay. The safe lane Yuma on this Magnus, we saw them pick this before into the Terrorblade, and I think for the most part, they're going to be fairly happy about it. Like, he should CS super easily. Now, Reflection doesn't get the bonuses of things like Empower. Magnus has tons of damage from the Shockwave spam. So, I think for him, it's a great matchup overall. And once Fly gets level 2, we're going to start seeing him get a lot more value out of the early Frost attack, right?
Yeah, and you're going to have to be really careful. Terrorblade is not a hero who has any form of escape. So if you get skewered under the tower and then hit with a Jakiro slow, you're tanking a ton of tower shots. And I know you got high armor, but there's only so many tower shots a level 2, level 3 hero wants to take. So it's going to be pretty scary as they start balancing the lanes out, and we might see Hellscream just have to do like creep pulling shenanigans to disrupt a standard lane. But it's kind of scary to do that versus a Jakiro. That's where the Liquid Frost plus Dual Breath gets really scary.
Mm-hmm. Wait, I actually have no... Hold on. What is this innate? Wow, this innate is terrible. I literally like was reading it as he was hovering it. And I'm like, what is this solid core innate? This is a terrible innate. He has just built-in slow resistance. That's it.
It used to be even worse.
Jeez, what even is that?
You know what? He'll run away from reflection a little bit faster this game. How do you feel about that? What say you? You were back.
You are
It's happening.
And the dual breath under the tower with a frost
He's
attack.
dead.
Amataratsu's dead. Easy kill there for Fly, using the level 2 advantage. That is a big kill. And
Courier kill?
kind of expected. Oh, wait a minute. Hellscream. He's gonna try and turn to Fly. He gets the kill, but all right, yeah, never mind. Yuma not able to chase and finish it off.
I relate to Fly a lot right there. Got baited in by that courier a little bit. Maybe it's actually not that bad. I think he was pretty low on resources anyways. And without dual breath, you don't do a bunch. So maybe it's not too bad to die there anyhow.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was wondering. I was like, yeah, he'll come back full HP, full mana. So we'll just keep harassing the Terrorblade. All right, Invoker is starting to get some... He got 3 denies on that lane. That's quite nice. All right, they're going to pop the meta here. Or Spike out. Going to get some damage out onto Yuma. Does have 9 wand charges. Will be forced to use them, but Fly pump faking that dual breath. He's like, all right, yeah, I dare you. Keep chasing. He's just going to be such a nuisance to the Terrorblade. Each spell volley is going to take about a quarter of his HP, maybe more. You know, I haven't really talked about top lane, but Yamato is crushing this 19-0 thanks to Skem's constant mana burns here onto Gunner.
Maybe not too surprising that the Chen lane is going well. Couple spells being whiffed. Everyone close your eyes. No one saw that.
Man, it's cool to see Jakiro in a pro game. I freaking love this hero, and I know you like him too. He's one of my favorite supports in Dota. Also one of my favorite mid laners in Dota.
I do want core Jakiro to be more of a thing. It's pretty fun.
The Witchblade era of Jakiro with the level 10 attack range talent was so much fun.
I'm so sad they keep nerfing that.
It made no
talent.
sense. Like, it wasn't even that good. It was just, they just don't want it
so
to be
fun.
a thing. It was
Okay,
so
to put it in
fun, though.
perspective, I'm pretty sure it used to be 300 attack range. It's now
Yes.
150. So they
Yes.
just keep nerfing that. But it used to be so fun with like the quiver, and you could just hit towers from like a screen away.
Well, the Liquid Frost and Liquid Fire also used to give attack range on cast, didn't they?
Yeah,
Or
just a
something
little
like
bit.
that? It's just
It's
a
like
little bit.
50.
So, yeah, you would be like attacking from like your mid high ground to like the other like mid high ground, just like hitting anybody that was there. It was really funny. But what can you do?
Bring it back. Buff it again.
Nah, they don't want to do that.
Give it back to me. Skim's getting some stacks. I'm wondering if he's going to rotate at any time. It's not the easiest rotation to make.
Oh, well,
Actually,
here's a
Jakiro's
rotation.
rotating over first. Sees the stacks. Oh, wait.
Puts the
Free
sentry
courier.
down, too.
Can he resist? Can he resist the courier kill?
He's going to walk into a ward, but the blood grenade is out, and there's the jump
Headshot
on the
back.
backside. The fear back sends Yamato into the center of the call, and Gunner trying to finish the job, but they don't have the damage, and Lelis just getting ripped apart by Skem himself. A very nice hold here, and a great TP in from Hellscream to keep them alive.
I think it was a healing Lotus that kept him going there. The importance of securing those at 3 minutes can make the difference on getting the kills or getting out alive. Dude, that Earth Spike is actually hefty damage.
They got him. Yeah, I mean, this Lion is a pretty strong laning hero now because Earthspike is just owning people.
Dire are scanning.
Did he take the Fist of Death? Oh, he did.
Yeah,
Let's
he did.
go. Ooh, grabs the bounty runes just in
Ooh,
time.
Unlucky. I mean, he's got a haste rune, so Hell Scream. Ooh, they actually might be able to get the tornado. Oh, doesn't connect, but can copy finish the chase here. Boundless Strike is out. He wants the kill. It's going to be a dead shot from Lelis from downtown to find it.
Oh, I
Really
didn't
good dodge on the tornado, but bottom lane, you'll be able to pull Amaterasu out of position here with the skewer. No ice pad.
The
Centaur! Fly!
Neutral my ass.
Okay, to be fair,
Bottom tower
part of that might be calculated by Flags. I don't know if you saw, but he actually moved to
He
pull the
started moving
Centaur
in.
closer.
I think it was already stomping though, but yeah, good
Was
heads
it?
up. Good heads up
Okay.
to think about the Centaur. Very nice play. I
Flag
wanted the
knows he's
Wisdom
not
Rune
getting
steal,
this one,
but yeah, you'll never get it versus a Lion.
Did you force an Invoker TP back, though, which is kind of nice. It's space for copy as well to continue farming mid. I will say, neutral creeps are definitely coded to do things like that. They are, if you are in range and you're TPing, like, they will just randomly stomp you. Like, 100% they're coded for stuff like that. Same with, like, the Hurricane. Like, if there's, like, heroes invis that are trying to gank you, the Wild Wing Ripper will hurricane you into the enemy team, even if they're invis. Like,
Yeah, that's
it's
your-
a really funny way that they have them set up.
That's your tip off that someone's close by.
Yeah, you get randomly hurricane. Yeah, there's an invis hero there. Top lane RP is out.
Oh,
Deadshot
Deadshot
actually doesn't
missed.
connect as a result. Yamato, no chance of getting the Requiem off. A nice 4-hero rotation is going to take down the Shadow Fiend. And similar to what we mentioned earlier, right? The Magnus being a counter to a Shadow Fiend in the same way that the Beastmaster is. You just drop that hard disable and make sure that you're going to get the kill.
Dire's courier has been
We're looking for more. Skem here. Gonna get pulled back in. Copy. Should be able to finish the job here with just a few more auto attacks. They got him. They'll clean up the creep army as well. The question is, do they deny their ward now? Yeah, they do. He's like, we got our value out of it.
is under attack.
Smoke rotation to the top side. They're looking for Gunner.
Copy just left actually. You
Yeah,
gotta
they're
run.
all out.
Gunner's
can't
pretty
find him.
fast though.
Dire's top tower.
All right, forced to deny the tower. Series of good movements here from the side of Atlantic City, but we're going to see a rotation bottom now through the Twin Gate. And it's scanned out exactly on time here. So Yuma hiding in the trees. We saw this happen last game. As Yopaj needs to be careful. A great calling out. It's going to be able to pull them in for the moment, but Lelis is dead. Not getting any backup at the moment, bottom lane. And now with Skem here, they might get another kill. Well, I say that. Magnus, very fast. Thanks to the nighttime bonus move speed. We'll just TP on to safety. They get mid-tower for this?
Radiant structure
They could defend if they still want to TP, but
under attack.
I think several might be on cooldown from earlier. Well, it looks like Lion's coming in first.
Invoker's not too far. They're going to get the bottom tower, and they will back off of mid. They're going to give it up.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Okay. You didn't quite finish it, but that was about half the health, I'd say, of the tower that they got. So down to the last third. Should be able to finish up later. Maybe after this Invoker kill, Deadshot.
Yeah,
back into the
that's a
Wukongs.
really nice combo. Really good smoke there. Just an immediate grab into the Invoker, and now they can get the mid tower, right?
Could be. Looks like maybe they need to wait one more creep wave.
They have a shield rune. They see top. Yeah, okay. Copy's going to go get it. Invoker can TP back mid. You have the catapult coming in. Tornado doesn't connect, so he's still got that shield rune running. And with the catapult, it should slowly... I mean, it's actually just hitting the Cardi. All right, now it's going to come in range. Surely it will finish the tower. Bottom lane, Yuma has to just skewer away here from the Terrorblade, but he's going to be just fine. Dude,
Mid tower
when
ends
did
up
Copy
being
get up
denied.
here?
Tower has been denied.
Dude, Simeon Stride, you're everywhere.
Yeah, I guess with Shield Rune, it's funny because you just can't break Simeon Stride. So they end up getting the tower. It's a fairly even game here. 6-3 at 11 minutes, but almost no gold advantage for either team. The Invoker struggling the most, but offset by the Shadow Fiend, who's having a pretty good game at the moment.
It's 3 games in a row we've seen the Invoker struggle a bit to start.
Yeah, I think they saw this rotation on that ward.
They
But-
might not have. There's no sentry. Also, there's smoke, actually.
Yeah, they're going to get the Tornado, the EMP, the stuns are there, but Yuma is such a tanky hero to
Oh,
go on.
Gunner from back.
Coming onto the backside. They actually have no mana on the Terrorblade at the moment. Deadshot off the mark, Ice Path off the mark, Macro Pyre off the mark, but Boundless Strike connects. A flurry of spells. You just need one to connect, and they get it. Now Scam will be able to TP to safety. No Deadshot there to cancel, but looking for Hellscream up onto the high ground. Deadshot again, not there, but surrounded by 3 heroes.
Oh,
Tries
the
to drop the
finger?
finger of death to finish off Yuma, but can't do it.
Gosh, the Mud Golem. Look out!
Denied an amplified damage rune with the Mud Golem, though.
Yeah, that's pretty good. The Mud Golem, unfortunately, is one of the lower damage creeps.
They just
Oh,
kept
dive
chasing mid.
He's
Gunner.
doing too much Mud Golem micro.
He's gone.
A stack for
Underestimated the
Yamada.
damage from the Shadow Fiend there.
Yeah, Shadow Fiend pretty farmed. Despite it being 9-4, he's actually top net worth by over 1,000 gold. So he is pretty strong. They're gonna have to play around him to maybe help the other teammates catch back up, especially the Invoker.
All right. Compy seemingly doesn't care. He's just walking away from the Invoker there.
Timber going for the Ags. That's interesting. I thought first Tornado, maybe you wouldn't, but I guess... I mean, Tornado's often used to start fights. You can just save it till after you see Tornado. That'll help you tank up a bunch. Invoker on his way top. He's got to be careful. There's actually a sentry around here. See if he steps up a little too far up.
Lelis, the one stepping a little bit too far up here. He's gone. Very easy kill there for the Shadow Fiend. Ends up going the way of Yopaj, a little bit unfortunate. You'd love to get that extra stack.
Well, for Yopaj's sake, his net worth is quite happy that he got that kill.
Yeah, that's true. Dude, safety bubble on Monkey King is so nice. It actually just allows you to take advantage of Simeon Stride when in most games, if you're not like going Battle Fury, you don't get the value out of it because you need the HP regen.
Where's the pipe on the Terrorblade? About 1,000 gold.
So is that 1,000 gold? Yeah. A little bit of a different build. He actually went a single bracer and then into the Falcon Blade. I think the Falcon Blade is an adjustment for going Condemned as opposed to the Soul Fragment. Since you don't have the mana upkeep, he actually goes for a Falcon Blade to try and help assist with that a little bit. So I think that's a good adjustment if you're going to go the Condemned facet. Similar
Does
to like
delay the
tanking
pipe a
up with
little
another
bit.
bracer. Yeah, it does delay your pipe for sure. That's true.
But the extra health will not go miss this game. You needed versus that burst from Timber. This is a pretty early Roche thanks to the Chen going on top. I don't think it looks like they're expecting this. No one on Atlantic City's headed
definitely not.
over.
All right, that's a cool Roche take here from Shopify. They got it. Aegis now for the Shadow Fiend, and at 15 minutes, That is not bad. Chen pick coming in value there for sure.
They got the blink on the Magnus. Let's see if they can find something.
Yopaj would be huge. RP connect with the
Ooh, nice
immediate
X.
X out from Hellscream. They knew they're going to be able to connect for the moment with that Macropire Ice Path, but the TPs are there, and Yuma Skewer interrupted by the Tornado. And now here comes the hate, the Finger of Death to find the kill. Copy trying to finish on Taratsu. He gets the kill. He walked into a calling by mistake, but Copy, he's in no man's land. Great dead shot to send back Yamato. Looking to finish off the Lion now is going to be Gunner, and he's got him. Ends up being a 2 for 2. But a really quick response there from Hellscream and great positioning in those trees. Suspecting something was up.
Radiant's top tower.
Yeah, that should have been an easy Invoker kill without that line. Very nice positioning. And actually, just by chance, I mean, like, if Magnus had been a little bit more to the right, he would have actually grabbed the Lion without even realizing it.
Yeah,
and then that fight goes, like, that's a one-sided pick-off you don't even contest.
Yeah, you just get 2-0'd, you concede the tower, and you just don't even bother TPing. Yuma in the mid lane. Yamato is here, gonna try and do some damage to the tower. Now he does have 2 stacks of the Lasting's Presence and the Aegis, which the Aegis,
Is under attack.
if you die, still keeps your Lasting Presence stack. So you have to be very careful to not, like, you know, commit to the Aegis and give him even more stacks. So they're just gonna give up the tower instead.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Tornado, meatball out there from Yopaj. Pops pierce the veil,
Dire's top tower is under
thinking there was something else coming.
As this game goes on, I think the scaling is with Atlantic City. You have that late game combo in the RP plus anything, you know, Wukong's, various AoEs from all of them. The support scale well. The fact that it's like a 1k lead for Atlantic City against a Chen, I think is pretty good. Even as Shopify Rebellion currently has control of the map with that Aegis. But I think they need to find a little bit more. I guess this was such an early Roche, actually. If you don't get that much from it, it's fine. You just got it to get it.
Shakiro top lane in some trouble, and Invis rune there from Hellscream sets up a kill with a rotation from Yopaj. Just trying to do what damage he can back the other way, but nice use of that.
Radiant are scared.
I think I agree to an extent. I think part of it comes down to the supports. Like, if Chen somehow just gets enormous, we've seen what happens in games like around the 30 to 40 minute mark where, like, no one can die because you just have this Chen with a ton of auras and items and, like, Hand of God, and maybe as shards you have a Granite Golem as well. Like, there's just too much survivability, but you have pretty immense damage on the side of Atlantic City if you manage to line up your spells, right? RP into Wukong's command is pretty enormous damage.
Maybe the timing to see something out of Shopify as this first Aegis expires. You still look to finish a couple more auras on Chen. Get that second Aegis. Maybe that's where things really line up. They do still have a minute on this first Aegis. It's weird to say 20 minutes in, but
That calling, doing some work, but Amaterasu, tanky enough. Still has a greater, not greater, but one of the Lotuses. I don't know.
that one's Great
Great
Lotus. Not
Great
confusing
Lotus.
at all. I don't understand why you'd confuse it with Greater Lotus.
Copy. Hiding in the trees. Gonna get knocked down for the moment. Still has Simeon Stride available, though. As the tier 2 bottom, taking a lot of damage there. They've got to try and get on top of the Shadow Fiend, but he's put himself in so aggressively since he has this Aegis for 20 more seconds. They will just try and burn this as fast as possible. Or not. Maybe you wait it out and then try and finish the job after. It's hard to say. Gunner's going to go in down to 80
10
HP.
seconds.
He's going to live. 10 seconds. Deadshot's not going to connect. He's out. Boundless Strike connecting
Oh,
onto
nice balance
two
and RP.
RP out. Wukong's command. Yamato with a nice Requiem and the Aegis healing him up, but they've got the damage onto the 2. Now you've got to run. Copy looking for more, whipped by Gunner as well as the continues to chase here. A huge Boundless Strike hit onto the line, and now Yamato left all alone here. Gem getting beat down by Yuma on the side. Gunner just gonna die to the tower instead. Diving maybe a little bit too far here, guys. Yamato is very scary. Copy, he has to leave.
All right, they thought they could do both. They do get the Chen, but you lose the Timber for it. Yeah, maybe underestimating how much damage Yamato has when he pops that Mask of Madness and is free to just attack from the safety of his tier 3 at 21 minutes.
Tower is under attack.
The pacing of this game is a little wacky because it's such an early Aegis. Maybe they kind of forgot.
Yeah. Man, they were so close to getting it on the exact expiration as well.
That's true. That could have gone so much better. If you pop the Aegis, sure he responds, but it's gonna force an awkward fight, and you can prep the Wukongs, and as the team gets ready to help, that's where the RP pulls everyone into the rest of the Wukongs.
Tornado out. Monkey King in some trouble here. There's a very fast Skem coming in to offer some assistance. I'm sure Finger of Death.
Why is he so fast?
I actually have no
Oh, he
idea.
popped drums. He popped drums to get there.
Okay. I was like, he didn't have a haste rune. I'm surprised
really
he didn't drop the
motivated.
Finger earlier and go for the Fist of Death stack as well. You know, and get the double dip.
Can you get 2 stacks on 1 target?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought it had to be like a separate target.
No, because they each apply a debuff, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong, though. I feel like it was a thing when it first came out. Maybe they patched it, but pretty sure you used to be able to.
Shadow patches are the saddest thing. You like notice an interaction, you think it's intended, then it's just gone.
Lela's gonna die for Tormentor, but gets rewarded with the shard. Now top lane Gunner in some trouble here. Can't really pop the reactive armor as Tornado would just instantly dispel it. Instead, he's just gonna try and tank through the damage. Timber chains away. He's a big boy. There's your Tornado, but now Gunner free reign here to pop the reactive armor if he needs it.
What's Terrorblade going for next? Back to the carry build.
Is under attack.
I always check, but it does seem to be what you do as this off-lane Terrorblade is you build pipe, you declare that you're an off-laner now, and then you go back for right-clicking items.
Yeah,
So,
you get Manta and then like Scotty and stuff.
yeah, it's a lot of scaling, right? So when the SF does get focused, you're just whacking people away with meta.
Radiant
He went
That's up.
heavy damage on SF. Sanj and Yasha straight into Daedalus. So this guy hits hard with a lot of heroes behind him as well. It's a fairly quick Roshan. I think it was like 20 seconds on the respawn.
What a
Oh,
fast
he blinked
reaction
into a
time.
stun, and Yuma has to just skewer away to try and not die to this one. Now the Calling doing some serious work here on the side. 4 staffs getting them out of danger. Did like what? How did he get that
your
stop off?
reaction time? That was so good, actually.
Blink RP, BKB, they pull him up on the high ground. There's the Wukong's command. The Ice Path connects, and the Shadow Fiend goes down. That's what they were looking for first time with that Aegis. But now Shopify, they still feel confident enough to fight. Ice Path onto the high ground. 4 staff gets the Monkey King away, and Gunner, he's going to go in. Looking to try and bring down Skem, and Copy up onto the high ground, trying to fight into Amaterasu, cannot do it. As a Mischief in 1 second, he's actually might make it out of this. He dodges the stun. No, Mischief not in time. Hellscream gets the kill. It's a 2-for-1 at the moment. Can you get anything else? They're chasing Gunner. He knows he's scary. That shot's gonna connect. Timber Chain gonna get interrupted by Hellscream. Great Earth Spike, and that should stop the aggression.
That's actually pretty good for Shopify, considering that Shadow Fiend died and that following fight was a 4-on-5. Getting the monkey kill for your Chen's pretty worth it.
Oh yeah.
Really nice 4 staffs from... Actually, just reaction times in general this game. 4 staff saves from like the various Sunstrike combos, things like that. That centaur stomp, man, I can't get over that. That was so fast.
Radiant are scanning.
Yuma going for a Lincoln Sphere as his next item. It's a pretty good item to have, right? To cancel, like to not have to like preemptively BKB on your jump in, right? Otherwise, Lion can just hex you. So
Yeah.
now this will allow him to hold his BKB until he needs it and still go for like the pickoffs with like the Blink RP skewers, or like if he gets an Aghanim Scepter, which is, you know, kind of typical for a Magnus anyway. Horn tossed, pull him back. And you still get a lot of damage out of him since he is universal.
Lion gets the shard this time. It's generally useful, especially if Timber Saw is trying to kill you. You can reduce some of that damage.
Roshan number 2 now going to go the way of Atlantic City, as Shopify took it really early, about 15 and a half minutes into the game. And this time, going to be Atlantic City's. So no Roar, Aegis into the hands of the Magnus. He'll grab the Roshan's banner, I believe, as well.
They almost forgot, but let's move it back for it.
And Yuma's going to go back to defend the base.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, Magnus
Still a
hitting
very
for
close game, though.
Yeah, Magnus has 369 damage when he's empowered.
Yeah.
It's a lot of damage. How much does Monkey get? Monkey sitting at about 230 right now while empowered. So you got some really nice combos there between those two. And if the game goes late enough, Muerta, she's queuing up a Hurricane Pike. You can empower her.
Yeah, why not, right?
Empower everybody.
Dota2 does have the Manta done, and he is going for the Scotty. So what we've been seeing, right, out of the offlane, Terrorblades quite a bit.
Scanning.
Smoke up through the mid lane. Finding Skem would be a pretty nice kill. Boundless Strike. Kidnapped by Yuma. Brought down. And that's going to be a pretty solid kill here to open up this mid tier 2 tower.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Shopify is respecting this. I don't think they realized Monkey left, though. He actually went for the Wisdom Rune, and he's being careful not to show right away so that Shopify does not just immediately fight.
Yeah. They're not like,
He
oh, they
still
don't
hasn't
have their...
shown until just that moment, and his team's
Yeah.
already disengaged, so that's good restraint.
Ooh, interesting. He's gonna go the Halberd on the Magnus instead, which we've seen the Halberd is pretty common, like eventually, just because of, you know, it gives you an alternative to Blink. It gives you great ways of gap closing, just more stats for a universal
You mean
hero.
Harpoon?
Yes, I'm sorry, Harpoon.
I was like, this is not standard, Ricky. What are you?
Yes, my apologies, Harpoon. It's like you always upgrade it eventually. I just wasn't sure if you'd do it this early.
Mhm.
You know, if you wanted like the Ags or something, but yeah, gonna go the Harpoon. So they're gonna look for the top tier 2.
Top tower.
Has a really good wraparound if they happen to find this. Which it looks like Fly. Oh, they see Copy though. He's making his way through the trees. He gets the mischief, but no, they found him. The Hex is out there from Hellscream, just deleted immediately, and now Fly needs to try and TP to safety.
Oh
He
my
does
goodness.
not have a chance.
The crit from Yamato did about half his health in one go.
They did get the... there was a tower that they killed in that process, right? Am I missing something? Like the tower was there?
Yeah, they did get the tier 2. They were kind of baiting
Okay.
the Magnus. He was positioned pretty aggressively, but yeah, that wraparound just catching him off guard. So you do get the tier 2, but lose your Monkey King and Jakiro. The Aegis has what? About 2 minutes left, so you can still... You have time. You can keep going once everyone respawns. See if he catches sight of this amplified damage rune, actually. That'd be huge if he could grab that.
Ooh, he gets the blink over. He's got it. He is absolutely just destroying himself. Does Reflection actually get bonus damage? I feel like based on that damage, it might. I don't know. That's hard to say.
Think so.
It just does 100. He just has the 100. He has the damage talent for it. Okay, that makes sense.
All right, smoke up. They've got a quarter of the time on amplified damage. They're not going to get anything with it, but you do have the Aegis, so you are still generally looking for a fight right now. Though Muerta might be in danger herself on the other side of the map.
Yeah.
All right, Lellis recognizes that. He's going to get out of there.
They might have the Tormentor timing. They definitely need to try and get this bottom wave pushed down. Top lane, Yuma in some trouble here. He needs some help. Yeah, all right. You're starting to run into some Terrorblade issues here. Gunner.
Illusions are actually quite annoying.
Yeah. Gonna rejoin with this team here in the mid lane. Has his Kaya Sange completed. Also gets a Craggy Coat, which is incredibly valuable this game. You need some armor on these heroes. Looks like they will finally commit for this bottom tier 1. I was wondering when they were gonna do this. Aegis gonna expire there for Yuma. Yeah, I think this is what they wanted to play for originally. I just don't know if they have the timer, because I don't know when Shopify got it, but I think it was at like 25 minutes, maybe. So if you can stay here, get the tower, threaten both Tormentor and the next Wisdom Rune, that's not a bad play, but it's a long time you'd have to be on this side of the map.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
SF gonna buy out a full BKB. So you'll have to still be worried about the RP, but everything else, you're now free to just stand and deliver your damage. Maybe not move on.
I'm surprised they're not chipping the high ground here, but Shopify is gonna smoke back across the map, see if they can actually find someone on the backside. Copy as a BKB this time. They know something's up. He's gonna try and hide in the trees here and maybe break a smoke. Instead, they're going to smoke up themselves here on Atlantic, keep this Timbersaw on the front line, just hitting the tower. Do they have a scan? They do not. I mean, this is good movement from Atlantic. They all go up to the right side, high ground here. Gunner trying to get back. Yuma hiding in the trees. Sunstrike not going to connect. Oh, they
see the raises, so they know. Yuma's thinking about it.
He really wants to go.
They're worried about the high ground wards, though. I think they're pinging it. Trying to check with Gunner. I mean, yeah,
and that
you get the
about
RP
to expire, and you don't have a creep wave anymore. It was cut by the Terrorblade. Oh, I guess you do.
Both teams now know everything that's going on, but yeah, they really wanted the RP, at least the SF. But if you can get like any other hero with him into the Wukongs, that's a winning team fight right there.
Gunner just
Gunner did get this tower down. Actually, it's dead.
He got it. Yamato, Boundless Strike's gonna connect. Yuma comes in. The RP misses. He gets the Hurricane Pike away. Oh, what a disaster for Atlantic City. And they've got to run now. This Terrorblade, as well as this Shadow Fiend, hurt a lot. With the Wukong's command here to kind of zone things out. Gunner jumps up onto the high ground.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. BKB out from Copy, trying to get to safety, but he can't do it. Nice Ice Path onto 2. The Micro Power also connecting, but they've got Gunner in a rough spot here. Finger of Death is out. He tries to just zip back on through, but doesn't have anywhere to go. 2 dead on the side of Atlantic City. Shopify hold the high ground, and they get 2 massive kills for their single buyback of the Chen.
That's pretty worth it, though. That was looking... I thought they should just get out. Gunner realized how much damage he had, jumps in, almost deletes both supports, and if he actually does finish both supports, maybe you can continue to take the fight from there. But the fast reactions from Yamato, instant 4-staff as soon as he saw the Magnus, gets him out of there.
This is
oh, maybe not out of this one though.
Missed the stun right there, but he's forced to beat. Just deletes the.
Maybe just delivered to a Jakiro kill actually.
He just instantly kills him. Gets his 3rd stack of lasting presence now. And this building is not gonna last long against TB Shadow Fiend. You have another attempt at a pullback, but
Radiant's middle barracks. Radiant's middle barracks.
it's not going to be easy. That is a full lane of barracks instantly removed from the game, and the second not going to last very long. As Yuma gets the pullback, Wukong's command here. Balance
Yes,
actually
she
dodges
misses.
it for the moment, but the calling is going to be able to silence him up. No, he gets the Sunder off anyway. Trying to finish off Lelis, but the Pierce the Veil is there. Gets the kill. Sunstrike? Oh, not enough.
Yuma's got to be careful. They're actually still looking. They have a ward down in the lane.
He has BKB and a Lincoln's. He's going to pull him in. RP's going to connect, but can he finish him off? In comes Gunner. They're going to try and grab the kill. He pops the Satanic Healing. There's so much of it. Copy here as well. They don't have it. The Shadow Fiend is too strong. Gunner goes in. A lot of damage. Requiem doesn't really connect thanks to the tornado. Now you've got to run. They're going to turn their attention to Yopaj maybe as, yeah, that's the one they want. They didn't get the Shadow Fiend, but they get the Invoker. Now Skem on the run as well. Going to try and TP on out. He makes
I
it.
can't believe he gets out of there.
Oh my goodness.
Need a neutral centaur stomp there. Man, Shadow Fiend usually not the tankiest hero, but with all the various auras and buffs, they thought they could get him because his BKB was on cooldown, but despite being dragged back, they did not have the damage to do anything to him, and he just repositions and then starts fighting again.
Yeah, if you had Wukong's, maybe it's different, but because it's not up and Shadow Fiend can just pop Satanic and stand there, it's a rough one.
He also has Aviana's Feather, which is 25% evasion, and no one has
True. No
real
True
True Strike. I mean, you got Gleipnir's, which is like kinda, but clearly not enough.
Yeah, I mean, I think that means he still has like 20% evasion or something, which is enough. So Roshan's going to spawn here in just about
close.
5 seconds. That's a big one. Third Roche, Aegis, plus an Aghanim Scepter. If you give that Ags to either Yuma or Copy, it's absolutely massive. The Roar comes out, Sunstrike's going to come through. It is falling fast, and Shopify are not going to make it in time. So
They know they're safe to do this.
Copy
they
has the Ags.
They heard
So
the
do you give it to
Tormentor.
Yuma? Yeah.
Wait, did he pass it off? Oh no, never mind.
Yeah, Yuma's got it. He TP's all the way back. So, Horn Toss now available for the Magnus. Makes it a little bit easier than the Harpoon Skewer that we've been seeing.
Monkey King queues up the MKB. Sunstriking, trying to find anything up here. But no such luck. This is where the game gets a little annoying. Monkey
Ooh, they
King
might
being
find
able
Scam.
to easily one-shot waves.
I'll scan.
Hop around with Simeon Stride, find your Chen. Maybe?
Oh, Skev. This is the gem if they find him. And yeah, Copy's got him. Wukong's command with the Gleipnir out right away. Gonna get the Dispel off for the moment, but there's surely too much damage. He does not escape this time. And the gem will now go to the side of Atlantic City. That's a really big pick. Oh, they already had a gem, so they just have an extra for fun.
Yeah, you should just have the vision advantage. I think Copy will hang on to one, because this gives him a lot more safety. Like, the scary part about running around the map, trying to split push is like, oh, what if they actually have a high ground ward and they just jump and get me? But now he can check himself with Simeon Stride.
And very quickly, too.
Yeah, he's like, all the cliffs are immediately checked.
Like, that'd be a shame if you had a ward on the other side of the map. I'll be there in 10 seconds. So they're going to look to try and pressure the bottom set of racks here. Do they have a creep wave with them, though? I think it's just the one in mid.
They actually also have a
Oh, they have
banner
one
if they
there,
want
okay.
to drop it to be safe, but
I don't know if you need to.
yeah, until someone comes to defend.
I think
But they're
they
actually
see
not-
the Terrorblade.
Yeah, they don't have any in place. So they're just going to force the rotations and then get back out.
I mean,
I
they
thought
get
they
the
might
tier
push that
2
a
for
little
this top.
harder. Yeah.
Still really afraid of the high ground from Shopify.
Smoke up. Monkey King is the one who went home, so that means he's immediately back with his team thanks to Simeon Stride.
They're smoking in really far, trying to see what they can find. I mean, Shopify smoked up as well. Who's going to find who in the mid lane? Copy baiting. But Yuma, his smoke pops. Who's he found? It's going to be a nice drag through onto the line. The Hex connects. He's gone. Gunner's just going to chase for more. And they find them, though. Gleipnir holding Amaterasu in place. Copy with the Boundless Strike. Can they get the kill on the Terrorblade? They do! Those are two really big pickoffs. Macropyre completed, but you still have the Wukong's command at the ready as well as the RP.
You can get two
Yuma
sets
might
for
go
this
fishing.
too.
He's thinking about it. So that's one lane of barracks. Second now under siege here. They do have detection. Yeah, they will be able to see the Blinken, the Hex out from Gunner, but the Force Staff saved from Skem. 2 full lanes now gone. Atlantic City with a huge lead. Oh,
Harpoon?
Magnus. Where is he going? He gets hexed. He didn't BKB. He's got a skewer to safety, but I don't know if he's going to survive the damage. Yamato just blinks after him and deletes him. And now it's Fly's turn.
Oh, no.
Those heroes do not have buyback.
This
You might have just lost.
This did cost you your Terrorblade buyback. So we'll see how scared they are of pushing, because you don't know they don't have buybacks.
I mean,
they're
going to know the moment they get to the bottom racks.
That might be true. You might be willing to trade 1 barracks, though, right? You don't really want to buy back here. If you can hang on without having to use buyback, that's going to be the best case.
I don't know how long you're going to have, dude. This Shadow Fiend hurts.
That's true.
Does so much damage. Lasting Presence is in a ridiculous facet, man. Minus 11 armor on this barracks.
30 seconds left. I don't think you lose. You might get mega'd, but if you try to force it, they'll fortify. You'll be fine.
You have to Wukong's the tower. You cannot lose this lane of barracks. So Monkey King,
yeah,
that's exactly what he's going to do. Goes up. Oh, nice Hex, though. Gunner gets Hexed as a return. He gets to get up the Force Staff. Pops the reactive armor. He's going to survive for now. You cannot lose this lane of barracks. They will respect it. They will back away.
They have equalized the barracks. This is a very tense game. Both teams are so good at taking buildings if you get to the enemy base. Maybe Shopify Rebellion a little bit more so with that SF aura. Any big fight, you know they're saving buyback next.
Still an 11,000 gold lead, but yeah, I agree. I think this Magnus is his buyback got a lot more expensive after he got the Ags. That's one thing that's kind of like a little bit of a downside when you just suddenly gain like 6,000 net worth. Is you're like, oh, my buyback is like 800 more gold. Scouting dead shots from Lelis here, trying to find out where they are.
Hairblade did use his buyback earlier. You don't know who doesn't have money for it, but he actually does not have it. So if you can find a Terrorblade kill,
it'd be huge.
You could feel comfortable potentially going for the end yourself.
It's a lot of bounty roots. It's like 2,000 gold, isn't it? What the heck?
I think so.
That's not bad.
I mean, a 9,000 gold lead at this point of the game doesn't really mean anything. It's really all about how the fights break out. Currently, there's a wrap around going on. They have wards on their high ground, though. I don't think you should approach this.
Oh, but wait, they found Amaterasu. That's the big one. Can they finish it off in time? The silence is out for the calling. They're holding it back. He tries to pop the Manta, but it's not enough. Nouns find their man, but now Gunner goes on. He has the reactive armor going. He's actually taking a lot of damage here. Is it going to be enough for him to get out? The Timber Chain falls short. The Tornado comes out. Is he going to survive? 300 health. It's enough. He TPs to the base. And the run down mid commences as Atlantic City want to force Shopify back. They know this Terrorblade cannot rejoin his team.
Yamato has buyback. He could maybe stay and push to threaten the Megas himself. Guess you can try to take a 4-on-4. You know Timber's not there. Or you will in a moment.
Yeah.
There's an amplified damage rune.
That is such a huge rune, actually. Oh, they're going to know about this.
Oh, if someone goes to check that. Okay, Yamato has it.
That's a 700 damage Shadow Fiend. Fly, smoke pops, they blink the other way. He goes right on top of the Shadow Fiend, but he just pops the BKB, gets the kill. Copy trying to finish off the Lion, and he gets him. But look at the damage. The Shadow Fiend just deletes him. 1,700 damage crit there from Yamato. 2 dead and a buyback force from the Lion.
Damage was insane.
Lolis needs to pop Pierce the Veil. He's going to. Does he actually find the kill onto Yamato? He's going to pop the Requiem.
He's still looking? I think he's just... I don't know about this one. I think we should back off. Because now Shopify is going to come A-click down the lane as Terrorblade respawns here. He's going to TP to Outpost, I imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. Right away.
They want to
force the Monkey King buyback.
You have to know that RP is just about to be back up, though, so you have to be careful about this. Because if Monkey King, sure, you don't want to buy back, but wait.
He gets 2! The 2 best heroes, but the RP's not in time. Does he get it connected here? He's hexed up for the moment. Shadow Fiend, no BKB. Pops the Satanic, trying to survive inside the Wukong's command, but he cannot do it. Chen's going to go down with him, and Gunner's chasing for more. He sees Amaterasu, Hellscream, Yuma just trying to survive, but he can't make it out. Gunner gets sundered up for the moment, but he is not going to let him leave. Scythed up here, and eventually he's going to find his target as Copy's going to join the fray. Nice! Deafening Blast, Sunstrike is there. They get the kill onto Gunner, but now they force the buyback on the Shadow Fiend. Will he make it in time? Boundless Strike's going to connect. I think they get the Invoker. The Hand of God can't save him. Buybacks committed from both teams, but Atlantic City come out the massive winners here. Roshan is up.
Might be it.
Do you go for it, or do you try and end the game?
You know Terrorblade still doesn't have buyback, and Lion used his earlier. I think you just go for it. I think you go for the end.
He was so close. He was so close to finding Skem there.
I don't even know if you want to.
I mean,
you gotta be so careful. You just hit the buildings together. Oh, I'm so nervous.
Woo! Harpoon will force the buyback of the Invoker. Yopaj gets the Scythe. But they just need to get the Mega Creeps. The backdoor, or the fortification expires. You've got creeps in the base. It's only a matter of time before they bring down the barracks as well. Happened again! He has to BKB. Yeah, the blink is such a weird interaction. They force the BKB out from Yuma. They get the lane of barracks. Mega Creeps now secured for Atlantic City, but they need to get out of here. You just spent BKB on your Magnus. Maybe you can sneak the Roshan if you can do it fast enough, but Shopify have to know that this is happening. Scan's coming out. The Roar will follow soon. The TPs are coming in. They see him. Can they stop it on the outpost? Who do they have? They take down the Chen. They have the RP. They've gotten the big kill of the Terrorblade and Yamato with the Requiem under the BKB. He's going to give him a little bit of space. And he will blink to safety, but you've got to get away from a Timber Saw. That's not an easy task. Well, instead, maybe you can kill him to turn around the Finger of Death. They get the kill. That's a dieback on Gunner.
Oh, his tree broke. Okay, he's still okay. He's okay. Was Roche happening? It's still at 3/4 health.
It's gonna go
but it's about to switch over.
Oh, what a stun from Hellscream. Finds both of them on the high ground. Yuma is gonna try and pull him back in, but here comes Yamato. Big Boundless Strike. Taking down two, potentially, but the crits Just too much from Yamato. Copy on the backside with the BKB, trying to finish off Yopaj. He's gonna get up, but now he's got to get to safety. It's Shadow Fiend versus the world.
He has no
Can he
BKB.
survive Lelis with the Pierce the Veil? No BKB, no Satanic. It might be all over for the side of Shopify. As they finally do it on Atlantic City, 5 heroes dead. The GG comes out, and an epic series comes to a close. And Atlantic City will move to the grand finals.
That was a fun one. That one, I honestly thought Shopify was doing it in that last fight, like 3v5.
Yeah.
It looked like